The candlelight flickers, casting trembling shadows across the ancient parchment, its edges brittle and yellowed like the bones of some forgotten beast. In a dimly lit archive, tucked away in a quiet corner of the world, a map from the 17th century lies unrolled, whispering secrets no one was prepared to hear. This is no ordinary relic, no quaint sketch of a world half imagined by explorers long dead. This map, sealed away for over 300 years, holds a truth so startling it could unravel everything we thought we knew about the past. Imagine a world where the icy, unreachable wilderness of Antarctica, its jagged cliffs and endless glaciers, was known to sailors centuries before its discovery. Picture a map, drawn with quill and ink, that captures the frozen continent's coastline with a precision that defies time itself. This is the story of that map, a discovery that has sent tremors through the halls of history, forcing us to question the very foundations of human exploration. It begins with a breakthrough, a moment when cutting-edge technology peeled back the layers of time to reveal something impossible. An Antarctica no one should have seen, charted in a way no one could have dreamed. The story starts in a dusty archive where the air smells of old paper and forgotten dreams. Scholars, hunched over their work, had long dismissed such maps as curiosities, crude sketches born of guesswork and myth. But this one was different. When researchers turned their spectral imaging machines on this fragile document, they expected faded lines, perhaps a few lost details brought back to life. Instead, they found a revelation. Spectral imaging, a marvel that sees beyond the naked eye, uses light wavelengths from ultraviolet to infrared to uncover what time has hidden. As the machine hummed, it revealed intricate lines etched into the parchment, lines that traced a coastline with eerie accuracy. Not just any coastline, but Antarctica's, free of the towering ice sheets that have cloaked it for millennia. The room fell silent as the image came into focus. The map didn't just suggest a landmass. It described it with a clarity that matched modern satellite imagery. Every inlet, every fjord, every curve of the shore, aligned with a precision that sent chills down the spines of those who saw it. This wasn't a lucky guess. This was knowledge, impossible, inexplicable knowledge. What makes this discovery so breathtaking is its defiance of history as we know it. Antarctica, by all accounts, was a ghost continent until the 19th century. The textbooks tell us it was Fabian Gottlieb von Bellingshausen and Mikhail Lazarev, two Russian explorers who first glimpsed its icy shores in 1820. Before that, the southernmost continent was a blank space on Western maps, a void of imagination and speculation. Yet here, in a map from the 1600s, was evidence of something far older, far stranger. The coastline it depicted wasn't the Antarctica we know today, shrouded in ice thicker than mountains. It was a land laid bare, its raw geography exposed as it might have looked thousands of years ago, before the ice claimed it. The map's details were uncanny. Mountain ranges hidden beneath kilometers of ice matched modern radar scans from the 1950s. These were features no human eye could have seen in the 17th century, not with the tools of that era. The parchment seemed to hold a memory of a world long vanished, a memory that shouldn't exist. As the researchers pored over the map, their excitement gave way to a creeping sense of unease. How could this be? How could a cartographer, working by candlelight with nothing but rudimentary instruments, have known the shape of a continent that wouldn't be mapped for centuries? The map's authenticity was beyond question. Archivists had tested the ink, the paper, the binding. Every detail screamed 17th century. This was no hoax. No clever forgery slipped into the archives. The spectral scans revealed more than just the coastline. They uncovered annotations, faded and ghostly, that hinted at a deeper mystery. One word, barely legible, stood out. Orient. Scrawled in Latin script beside the Antarctic shore, it was a clue, a thread pulling at the fabric of history. Scholars recognized it immediately, a whisper of a name tied to another map, one long thought to be a myth. The Orontius Phaneus map of 1532, a document that allegedly showed an ice-free Antarctica, had been dismissed as folklore, its originals lost to time. But this single word, Orient, etched onto a 17th century map, suggested a connection, a lineage of forbidden knowledge passed down through the ages. The implications were staggering. If this map was real, if its details were true, then someone, somewhere, had seen Antarctica long before the history books claimed. But who? And how? The researchers began to dig deeper, overlaying the ancient map onto modern satellite data. The alignment was flawless. The inlets matched. The mountain ranges, buried under ice and only revealed by 20th century technology, were there, drawn with a precision that bordered on the supernatural. This wasn't just a map, it was a window into a past we didn't understand. The cartographer hadn't just guessed at the shape of a distant land, they had captured its essence, its hidden bones, with an accuracy that seemed to defy the limits of their time. The map wasn't just a drawing, it was a challenge, a dare to rethink everything we thought we knew about the people who came before us. Were they more advanced than we imagined? Did they sail farther, see more, know more than we've ever given them credit for? Or was there something else at play, something lost to the shadows of history? As the researchers stood before this ancient artifact, their minds raced with possibilities. The map wasn't just a piece of paper, it was a story, a puzzle, a mystery that begged to be solved. It spoke of a world where knowledge moved in ways we've forgotten, where secrets were buried in ink and parchment, waiting for the right moment to be found. The discovery of this map wasn't the end of the story, it was the beginning. It was a call to look closer, to question the tidy timelines we've written for ourselves, to wonder what else might be hiding in the archives, waiting to upend our understanding of the past. This map, with its impossible coastline and its cryptic clues, was more than a relic. It was a testament to the human spirit, to the relentless curiosity that drives us to explore, to map, to know. And as the candlelight flickered, casting its glow on those ancient lines, one thing was clear. The story of this map was far from over. The air in the archive grows heavy, thick with the weight of questions that refuse easy answers. The 17th century map lies before the researchers, its impossible coastline glowing under the hum of spectral imaging machines. Antarctica, a land of eternal ice, stares back at them, its secrets etched in ink that should not exist. How could someone, centuries ago, have known this place? A continent locked away by glaciers, unseen by human eyes until the 19th century. The map's precision is no accident. It's a cry from the past, demanding to be heard. As the scholars lean closer, their breath catching, they begin to unravel the threads of a mystery that stretches across time, pulling them into a world where ancient mariners, forgotten civilizations, and lost knowledge collide. The map's details are relentless in their clarity. Its fjords twist and turn, mirroring satellite images pixel for pixel. Mountain ranges buried under ice and only mapped in the 1950s with ground-penetrating radar are sketched with a confidence that defies reason. But it's not just the geography that haunts the researchers, it's the symbols. Beside the coastline, a faint circle, divided by angular lines, pulses with meaning. It's a coordinate system, a grid so precise it rivals modern longitude and latitude. Yet such systems weren't standardized until the 1700s, long after this map was drawn. The angles are exact, the proportions perfect, placed with surgical accuracy over the Antarctic shore. It's as if the cartographer knew exactly what they were mapping, not guessing, but knowing, with a certainty that feels almost otherworldly. This grid isn't just a tool, it's a taunt, a challenge to explain how such knowledge could exist in an age of sails and stars. The word, orant, faded but unmistakable, lingers like a ghost. It points to the Orontius Phineus map of 1532, a document long relegated to the realm of myth. That earlier map, too, showed an ice-free Antarctica, but scholars dismissed it as fantasy, its originals lost to fire or time. Now the 17th century relic resurrects that story, tying it to Queen Maud Land, where modern surveys found hidden mountains in 2006. The connection is too precise to ignore. Could this be evidence of a chain of knowledge, passed down through centuries, from a source we've yet to uncover? The researchers' minds whirl with possibilities. Perhaps ancient seafarers, Phoenicians, Polynesians, or some unknown culture, sailed farther than we ever imagined, glimpsing a warmer Antarctica during a climatic window thousands of years ago. Perhaps their charts, their stories, survived in fragments, copied by hands that didn't fully grasp their meaning. Theories begin to take shape, each one a leap into the unknown. One idea whispers of a medieval warm period, a time from 950 to 1250 when the Earth's climate softened and sea ice may have retreated. Norse explorers reached Greenland and North America during this era. Could others have ventured south, sketching coastlines later buried by ice? Another theory speaks of lost civilizations, not aliens or Atlantis, but sophisticated maritime cultures whose navigational prowess rivaled our own. Their maps, their secrets, could have been copied across generations. Their origins forgotten, but their accuracy preserved. Or perhaps it was luck. An educated guess by a Renaissance cartographer, extrapolating from northern geographies, stumbling into truth by sheer chance. But the map's precision strains this idea to breaking. These aren't vague outlines, they're exact, down to the subglacial peaks no one could have seen. The truth feels closer, yet maddeningly out of reach. As the researchers dig deeper, they comb through archives across the globe, Italy, Turkey, the Middle East, searching for other maps, other clues. They hunt for references to Orient, for nautical charts or journals that might explain this anomaly. Every test confirms the map's age. The ink, the paper, the binding all scream 17th century. This is no trick, no modern sleight of hand. It's a relic of a world we don't fully understand. A world where knowledge moved in shadows, carried by sailors, scribes, and scholars who guarded secrets we've lost. The map is a bridge to that world, a fragile thread connecting us to a past that feels both alien and achingly human. It begs us to ask, what else have we overlooked? What other truths lie hidden in the folds of ancient parchment, waiting to rewrite the story of who we are? The air in the archive grows heavy, thick with the weight of questions that refuse easy answers. The 17th century map lies before the researchers, its impossible coastline glowing under the hum of spectral imaging machines. Antarctica, a land of eternal ice, stares back at them, its secrets etched in ink that should not exist. How could someone centuries ago have known this place? A continent locked away by glaciers, unseen by human eyes until the 19th century. The map's precision is no accident. It's a cry from the past, demanding to be heard. As the scholars lean closer, their breath catching, they begin to unravel the threads of a mystery that stretches across time, pulling them into academia. The map lies open, its ancient lines a silent rebellion against everything we thought we knew. In the quiet archive, the hum of spectral imaging machines fades, but the questions they've unleashed grow louder. The 17th century relic, with its impossibly accurate Antarctic coastline, isn't just a map. It's a fracture in the story of human history. It demands we rethink the past, not as a neat timeline, but as a tapestry woven with threads of lost knowledge, daring voyages, and forgotten truths. As researchers stare at the parchment, they feel the weight of a mystery that could redefine our understanding of exploration, of human ingenuity, of the secrets buried in time. The map's precision is undeniable. Its fjords and mountains align with modern data, capturing features hidden under ice until the 20th century. The coordinate grid, with its exact angles, mocks the limits of 17th century technology. The word Orient, a faint echo of a lost map, ties this artifact to a lineage of forbidden knowledge. Researchers scramble for answers, combing global archives for clues. Nautical logs, ancient charts, anything that might explain this enigma. Some propose ancient seafarers, perhaps Polynesians or Phoenicians, reached Antarctica during a warmer era, their sketches passed down through centuries. Others suggest a lost civilization, not mythical but advanced, whose maps survived in fragments. Or maybe a cartographer's brilliant guess, rooted in logic, struck impossibly close to truth. Each theory feels like grasping at shadows, yet the map's authenticity, verified by ink, paper, and time, leaves no room for dismissal. This discovery isn't just about Antarctica, it's about us. It challenges the idea that knowledge grows linearly, suggesting instead a cycle of discovery, loss, and rediscovery. What if other maps, dismissed as myths, hold similar truths? What if ancient mariners knew more of the world than we've ever credited? The map pushes us to question Eurocentric tales of exploration, to consider the vast networks of trade and wisdom that span the globe before Columbus or Cook. It's a call to dig deeper, to search for evidence of voyages we've overlooked, of cultures we've underestimated. Climatologists see in it clues to ancient climate shifts, archaeologists a spark to hunt for relics of early Antarctic visits, historians a reason to revisit texts once called folklore. As the investigation grows, interdisciplinary teams unite. Historians, geographers, climatologists, navigators, each bringing a piece to this puzzle. Advanced scans probe the map for hidden marks, while archives yield fragments of similar anomalies. The map isn't an answer, it's a question, one that forces us to confront the gaps in our story of the past. It's a reminder that history isn't a closed book, but a living mystery, full of voices waiting to be heard. This single parchment, with its impossible coastline, doesn't rewrite history, it expands it, urging us to explore the edges of what we believe possible. It's a testament to the human drive to know, to map, to venture beyond the horizon. And as the researchers step back, the map still glowing under the archive's soft light, they know one thing for certain. The past is far from settled, and its secrets are only beginning to unfold.